honored to talk to you today. We've, of course, been listening to you for years. And, the reason is today is because you got a great new album. You got to be so excited about this thing right now, right?
Yeah, it is exciting. I think the album came out in April, and yeah, really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Coach, now we know what to expect. At first, when we saw you two together, we're like, well, that's cool, but what is this going to be like? And now we kind of know what to expect. But it's even better this time around. Do you feel like your chemistry now is even better?
Yeah, well, I think excuse me, you get to know someone more personally, musically, um, but the process of making the album was the same. We sort of convened in Richie's studio in his house in LA, and started writing songs, just the two of us. There's no producer, no engineers, no when I recorded Maiden, there's like 25 people in the studio, crew and all the band, producer, assistant producer, assistant to the assistant, but with SK, it's just me and Richie, so we just focus in on the songs and the playing.
Yeah. Do you think it's maybe sometimes better that way, kind of more natural, like you were when you were kids?
Well, it is and it isn't, because I mean, again, when I say a lot of people in Maiden, but when Maiden record, it's the six of us playing live, and then we kind of maybe tidy it up a little bit. But with Richie and I, we build the song from the ground up. We start with just like a drum machine, bass, and a guitar. We sit there, we write, we add stuff, we build the song, and at some point it's ready for a vocal. So usually he will say to me, just sing something. Have you got any ideas? Who's got any ideas? So I say, I've got something. Richie will go and have a coffee, and I'll do some singing, and then he'll come back, have a listen, and then he'll sing something. So it's very, we don't really discuss the process. We just kind of do it.
Yeah. That's so cool. Well, how did you two find each other? Because I mean, it seems like an unlikely duo, but I mean, it's really perfect together.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard of an album of Richie's many years ago called Motherhead's Family Reunion. I remember thinking that was really good, and I thought, wow, he can sing, as well as play guitar. But I didn't hear anything for a few years. And then my wife said to me, have you heard this guy, Richie Kotzen? And she played me some stuff, some live stuff from South America. I thought it was really good, I've always had a soft spot for like heavy kind of bluesy guitar rock, I like, who doesn't, most people do. But so yeah, we became friends, Richie and I bought a house in California. He lives quite close by. We became friends. A lot of musicians out there. We used to jam, we used to have parties, jam Stevie Ray or Bad Company or anything like that. And then again, it kind of manages what I do. So she said, why don't you two write together? So that's what we did. We got together, we wrote, and the first thing we wrote were a song called Running on the first album, and then a song called Scars. I think that was in like the first day we got those two songs. Not finished, but we had the ideas. And I thought, well, this is going to go somewhere,
Oh yeah, that's so cool. And of course, I know you're both very busy, but any chance we'll get any kind of tour coming up anytime soon, or maybe some one-off shows?
Yeah, we'd love to. It won't be until 2026, early part of 2026. We've definitely got some European shows, and we'd love to play some American shows. We did for the first time, we did about a dozen shows. Did 6 in California, 6 in England. It was great fun. The songs worked really well, and I think these new songs would be great to play live. So we're really looking forward to doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, of course, people have been looking up to you for years and years now and saying, "Oh, that's the coolest job in the world." And sometimes it is. But what kind of advice do you give the kids that want to play like you? Because I mean, it's the best.
Well, I mean, play all you want. I mean, you can have fun, have a band, whether you want to do it as a with your life, and that's something different. You have to really dedicate yourself, and you could spend what some people would say the best years of your life, from your late teens to all through your 20s, trying to make it and not make it, depending on how you class making it. If you class it as earning money, very few people do. unless you're going to be in a top 40 band, you know.
Yeah.
And then you can, if you just want to be a jobbing musician, you can learn to read music, you do sessions, you could probably, you know, but being in a band, I mean, that is like a tiny percentage of people in a successful band making money is very, you know, even bands now that have got hit records are struggling to make money because nobody buys bloody records anymore, you know. And the money is live, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult. But, you know, I suppose it's a process, and the process just kind of makes or breaks the ones that stay with it, you know. You almost have to have a sponsor as well, because it costs money to put a band out there. In the old days, a record company would sponsor a band and advance them money until they started making money, you know. Difficult, eh? But if you're gonna do it, then nothing will stop you, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. You know, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys in American football here, and caught
Oh,
the
yeah.
caught the Hail Mary, and we all know the Hail Mary term now. And he wanted me to make sure I asked you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
Well, I can't really put it into one incident really. I think when I was very young, I heard bands like Deep Purple and Free, and I thought, well, that's what I want to do. You know, I'd love to be in a band and travel. I mean, all I ever wanted to do was be able to make my living playing music. You know, thoughts of being in a big band and making loads of money and traveling the world, I never thought that was so. It's all been a bonus, really. But I suppose if there was one moment, well, it's probably two. The first one was I think it was in 1979, when Maiden were just about to going to record their first album. They had a big deal with EMI Records, and they phoned me up. I think Steve phoned me up and said, "Look, we're looking for guitarists. Are you interested?" At the time, I had my own band, so I said, cut a long story short, I said no. So I turned it down, and then they went off, had like a #1 album in England. They went on tour with Kiss and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. But luckily, I happened to bump into them about a year later, and literally bumped into them on the street, Dave Murray and Steve Harris, and they looked at me, and they were all like prosperous in their new leather jackets and really long hair, and I just had my hair cut. I was really short, and I was like, oh my god. And they said, look, you know, we might be looking for someone now. This time, are you interested? I said, yeah, I'll be interested. Yeah. So that was the Hail Mary moment, you know.
Yes, that's pretty good one. Well, you know, and the thing is, it's still fun to you, you know. But part of it is that mindset that you have to put yourself as. Is there anything you tell yourself or keep in mind that kind of keeps you on the right path and keeps this fun still?
You know what? I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Obviously, you never achieve perfection, so yeah, I do drive myself crazy on occasions. But I suppose I wouldn't have got as far as I have if I didn't really wasn't really hard on myself, you know. But it comes up price, you know. You can't really beat yourself up. So, but yeah, that's just the way it is, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, with the perfection comes a great album like this. I know maybe it's like choosing a favorite child, but is there a favorite track on here that you're just especially proud of?
Yeah, I like the song called Dark Side. It's a
Yeah.
slower song. It's a kind of a ballady one.
Hmm.
You know, I was very excited and it came up with that. I mean, you know, it was very proud of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, working with Richie is really cool. Well, what is it about him that's so special? You know, music included or aside.
He is incredibly talented. You know, he plays all sorts. He plays bass, keyboards, guitar. Obviously, he sings, you know, like crazy. But he's great to work with. You know, he's very. He knows how to compliment another musician. You know, and that's a great thing about working with me. And the other thing is the unspoken thing of how we want a song to come out. You don't have to sit there and say, well, I want it to be like this and that. It just happens. It just kind of know, your two minds thinking pretty much along the same lines is a great thing. You know?
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, we're so excited. So hopefully this means we'll even get even more music. You probably, the way you are, you might be thinking about a third record already or another record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's something I really enjoy, and it's a great outlet for me. That side of my music, you know, growing up, listening to all those '70s bands like Free, Humble Pie, uh, Purple, Sabbath, you know, all those guys.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a good outlet for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, last thing, is there anything else we have to look forward to coming up? Because I know you're always busy with all kinds of things.
Um, well, like I say, we're probably going to be touring early part of 2026 with me and Richie. So I'm really looking forward to that. So people keep an eye out for that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, hey, congratulations again on the record. It's fantastic, and thank you so much for promoting it. I can't wait for more people to hear it, and we'll see you next year on tour.
All right. Cheers.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Todd.